This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Tuesday to talk about Bitcoin, crypto, and everything that's going on in this space because there is so much. And I went on this crazy deep dive this morning that I need to tell you guys about. I found out things, and I need to share those things. So if you guys are ready for the Zest, you're ready for the education, you're ready for the deep dive, make sure you guys smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and share the stream out with friends because people need to know what's going on, and most of these platforms cannot handle said Zest. So we're going to get after it. We have a goal on YouTube of 150 likes and 150 live viewers. We've been crushing it lately. And also on TikTok, we have 15 more followers away until we're at 9,000. So please make sure you smash the like, share, and follow. User, hello. Thank you. You like the dress? Thank you, Nolan. Hi, Juanito. Nice to see you. Thank you for the roses. Yeah, this is a new dress today. I felt like it was appropriate. We've been having some greenery in the market, so I figured why not put some green on today, and especially because I have no green screen anymore, which means I could wear green now. So I'm so excited. Hi, John, crypto enthusiast. Captain, good morning to you. Juanito, hello. All right, I want to say good morning to everybody on YouTube and X. Let's see. Shout out to Bell Miner for becoming a member of the Zesty fam before the stream even started. And Alexandra G, my girl, for giving away 5 $5. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. We have Ray K, Mike Volmer, Randy, all set. Nismo, good morning. Black Hat, good morning. We have Tom Allen, nice to see you. Ness, nice to see you. M2, what's up? Nicholas Pitts, I know Joe Harvey's in here somewhere. Mo11 received a membership. That's amazing. Oh, Cody got a membership. Wayne got a membership. That's beautiful. I love that. Thank you, Alexandra G. Who else we have? Jose Mendoza. Good morning. Squeaky McGee. S-Dog. What's up, everybody? Mark Smithson. David Bulls. Double O. Who else is in the chat? Donato. Carl Coate. B. Lubs. OG. Nice to see you. Randy on X over there. Chump Change. Good morning. Thank you for the raid as always. John Legend. Gary Littlemore. Lazarus, Andrew Cameron from Canada, Rob C, James Kellogg, Crimson, Mr. Strap is in the chat. Mr. Strap, where have you been? It's nice to see you. Exin, nice to see you. Welcome to the show, Jared Taylor, Charles Fole, Crypto Genius on X, good morning. Crypto Stoner 1, good morning. Who else? I have more. Charlie from Catcoin, nice to see you on X. Jesse, nice to see you on X. Hello. Academy on X. Claus Crypto. Who else? Guhan, hello. Garfield on X, hello. Solar, good morning. Otto, hello, Otto. Cough, cough to you. Let's see, anyone else that I missed? Nismo, of course, I don't know if I said Nismo already, but Nismo deserves love. MetaMask in the chat, good morning. Hello, everyone. Good morning to the whole chat. I appreciate you. Black Hat Crypto, everybody in this chat. I don't know where Oval is. Oval's not here for the Cats of Crypto today. I know he must be busy. Fox Phoenix, hello, good morning. Hello, everyone. Oh, gosh, this is such a beautiful stream. Such a beautiful stream. Again, we have a sound for this, so I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to do it. Like, what's the point?
Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video?
Oh, I love that. Piano Matty B, what a G this guy is. I appreciate him so much. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. We are flying with subscribers, which I'm so thankful for. More people joining the Zesty fam every day. So we do have a new goal today of 15,700 and let's say 60 for right now. Let's get those 11 more subscribers. 15,760. Let's get after it. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, which somebody probably just got angry about, but it's okay. Raul Fibonacci, hello. Crypto Grady, good morning. Hello, everyone in the chat. All right, Finance Man, hello. All right, guys, we're going to get after it, man. We have a lot to take care of. We have a lot to talk about today. Before I get into it, again, I want to shout out our 3 amazing sponsors, Cake Wallet, Market Cipher, links in the live chat, as well as the description. Hold on, my camera's a little off there. Market Cipher, 20% off with code Zesty or code missteencrypto at checkout. And then we have Crypto Savings Expert, where you can get 15% off your first month or 15% off your whole year with code Zesty as well. So make sure you guys check out Cake Wallet, Crypto Savings Expert, and Market Cipher. All the three major things you need to help you get started in your crypto journey. All right, guys, let's get after it. I see some coin requests in the chat already. So if you guys have coin requests, please make sure to hold them, and I will get to them as soon as I can. We have some major news going on, but first we obviously have to check in on Bitcoin since the price action has been so significant. This morning we've been really trying to tackle this 72.3, and yesterday the major resistance that I saw at least was around 72.6 or like 72.5. If you guys see here, our wick high for today was even that 72.5, which makes a lot of sense. We do have a green dot that was just printed on the daily. So this is a fresh green dot, which means that maybe this rally isn't over. However, we've had a really nice appreciation with Bitcoin, up 51% in the past month. So just updating you guys on Bitcoin, we're still doing really well, not far from our all-time highs. All-time highs yesterday were, what was it? I think it was 72,900. I'm going to get the exact number. $72,943.98 was our high yesterday. So again, we're really not far from the all-time highs, only a few $100s away. We'll see if maybe the market open at 9:30, 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago now, has anything to do with maybe some more liquidity coming in for Bitcoin. But we're going to see. The ETFs are popping off. We have a lot of news, like I said. So make sure you're strapped up. You're ready. We have a lot to talk about. So first, before we get into like the really zesty things, and I'll tell you, man, when things are getting super spicy, we're already going to start off spicy, right, John? Right, carving guy giving me some roses. Thank you. Good morning to you. Guys, we have Hong Kong, and again, we talk about China. I love that sound. I'm sorry. I just love the sound. But we talk about Hong Kong and China quite a lot because, again, they're so hypocritical and they really don't keep their narratives straight. It's very annoying. And it goes not just for China, but many other countries, including the United States, that claims we're for freedom, yet has a lot of politicians that are rooting for CBDCs and a ton of things that will collapse what we know as freedom and living our lives. Hong Kong Central Bank is starting some regulatory sandbox for stablecoin issuers. And again, we know that they do not like stablecoins because they have their own digital yuan and the Hong Kong digital dollar that they're working on, so that way they can control your entire life. So when they're looking at stablecoins, obviously they're not going to be a big fan of them, and they're not really going to let them issue. We're going to see what happens. Here's the current thoughts in Hong Kong. The HKMA started a regulatory sandbox to give potential stable issuers an environment for developing and testing certain operations without penalties. It provides regulatory leeway and aligns Hong Kong's plan to regulate fiat-backed stablecoins, which are cryptos pegged to several currencies like the Hong Kong or US dollar, saying applications should have genuine...
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Have a lovely day, smile.
Thank you, Joe. Rain of love for you. I appreciate you very much. Applications should have genuine interest in developing a stablecoin issuance business in Hong Kong with a reasonable business plan, and their proposed operations under the sandbox arrangement will be conducted within a limited scope in a risk-controllable manner. In December, they started seeking public views on regulatory proposals for stablecoins, requiring issuers to be licensed in order to operate in Hong Kong. They wish to leverage the sandbox arrangement to communicate supervisory expectations to parties interested in issuing some stablecoins. Obviously, Hong Kong is not going to let this slide easily, especially when they had a lot of issues lately with meme coins like FLUX and just general gaming where people were gaming. They wanted to cash out their in-game currencies for the digital yuan, and they obviously did not like it because China doesn't like anything that they cannot control, especially something like stablecoins where people want to be able to transact, hold value, and maybe not be cracked down on as much. However, we know stablecoins like Tether, Circle can easily freeze your accounts and shut you down. But the digital yuan and the Hong Kong digital dollar take that just a step further. Hong Kong, we're going to see if they allow stable coins. We already have major applications, at least 15 applications for crypto exchanges in Hong Kong. So it's just a matter of when they actually say, is crypto allowed or is it not? And if it is allowed, we know it's not really allowed. Why do I say that? Because every article we read tells you about China, Hong Kong. If retail is involved, you have to take a test to prove you're knowledgeable enough, and then you have to have a certain net worth. And in a country where it's completely communist and you're not allowed to do anything with yourself, if they don't like you and if they don't accept you, you will not earn that net worth and you will not pass that test because they're in control of everything. And then on top of that, they're majorly focused on institutions. And that's my big problem with a lot of the things that are going on within crypto in other countries. And when governments and banks and institutions are stepping in, they only want to serve themselves, which isn't fair. And we know that retail is always left behind because the rich always get richer while the lower stay low. Thailand is a perfect example of that. We were reading about 2 or 3 countries yesterday that, like India and a few others, that were putting institutions ahead of retail as usual. Thailand's SEC has been reluctant. They've been okay with crypto, but now they're seeming to open their doors for U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs for accredited investors. We're seeing this in a lot of other countries where they're not launching their own ETFs, but they might let people buy the U.S.-based ETFs. Again, a little weird, but something that I think is worth paying attention to, especially because, again, only institutions are the only ones able to invest in this rather than the retail. And before I get into that, shout out to our beautiful friend in the chat, Mr. Strap. Thank you for the little coffee emoji. I appreciate it. Cheers to you. Okay. Thailand SEC opens doors to U.S. spot ETFs for, again, accredited investors. They reportedly amended its rules to allow the launch of private funds that invest in spot ETFs on U.S. exchanges. However, only institutional investors and, quote, ultra-high net worth individuals will be able to invest in this private Bitcoin ETF fund, according to a March 12th report from the Bangkok Post. Previously, regulations that govern investments of asset management firms did not cover the ETFs under the SEC Act. But now we're seeing, since the SEC in our country approved the ETFs, that it became a security rather than crypto assets under the Thai regulation. So this is another loophole that the Thai government is not really endorsing crypto. However, they're allowing people that are rich and the institutions to buy the U.S.-based ETFs, which again, leaving retail behind as always. SEC Secretary said that the regulator will permit only accredited investors due to their high-risk nature, basically telling you that if you're retail, then you're not good enough or not smart enough to invest because then you won't be able to handle the risk. Who are they to tell you what you can and can't handle? It's just another way for, again, the rich to get richer, for them to make more money, and retail's left behind, which means who cares about these ETFs? Because again, it's all about the ETFs. Making retail think that's the only way you could start investing in Bitcoin. Get the actual underlying asset and take self-custody, because you can't even do that with the ETFs. If you own the ETFs, you do not own Bitcoin, period. And you get exposure. But if you sell your ETF, you do not get Bitcoin, you get cash. So please be aware of the risk associated with investing in the ETFs rather than just investing in Bitcoin, because again, it's always about the rich and it's a rich person's game. And that's where crypto comes in, to even that playing field. They're trying to make you feel like crypto's only for the rich, like everything else, when it's not. It's different, especially because Bitcoin is something that it's not just an investment vehicle. It's money. It's property. It's something that you own that can't be taken away from you, guys. So that's what we need to educate people on. Not this that they're trying to push for the rich. That's it. Exactly, Jack White said in the chat, who wants an ETF when you could buy Bitcoin instead? Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't care about these ETFs. I know that they're just buying a ton of our Bitcoin and taking Bitcoin away from all of us that we want. But again, a lot of people missed out and they didn't buy Bitcoin when they were supposed to. And now we're seeing that we're still extremely early. However, the supply of Bitcoin may not be as good and vibrant and juicy as it was. Period. Oh, gosh. Okay, so now I have some more stuff going on. on the CBDC trail as well, because, oh gosh, I don't even know what we should do first, the CBDC spice or Nigeria. I think we'll go into Nigeria first. I want to get this out of the way because I find it pretty important, and I would like your thoughts on it in the chat. And I want you guys to tell me, and I'll ask you in a few minutes to put your one or yes emoji and whatnot. And if you think this is just straight up injustice and complete corruption. Now, we see this morning, we're getting reports about how Nigeria invited Binance executives and then detained them against their will. Now, what has been happening with Binance in Nigeria? They had to give billions of dollars. They gave $10 billion and saying that they were doing so many bad things, Binance. And apparently this was a penalty for enabling around $26 billion of untraceable funds. See, Nigeria has been on this tyrannical regime wave of just making everybody in that country miserable by, one, banning crypto, then two, coming out with their CBDC. So that way, what happened there was if you went to go take out cash from your ATM, you could only withdraw $45 a day at point of sale. You could only spend $45, and the rest had to be the e-Naira. What happened was there were riots all over the place. We watched those videos of the riots in Nigeria because people wanted their money. They want to spend as they will. And now they can't with the CBDCs. Next, now Nigeria tried to introduce a new stablecoin, which still does not work because people do not want to use it there because it's completely controlled. Rather than Bitcoin, once they started to introduce the CBDC, once they started to enable their ban on cryptocurrency, what were people doing? They were peer-to-peer trading Bitcoin and crypto, which is at all-time highs in Nigeria. Seems that they wanted to give some definitions as to what a crypto asset is and maybe allow some crypto exchanges to exist there. However, they're coming after Binance. Just like every other country that doesn't want crypto, including the United States, they get scared. Oh no, we have Binance that's actually doing something for people. And when they call out Binance, like they said, they had $26 billion of untraceable funds. How much, really, in what cryptocurrencies? Where was this going and what was it used for? What bad actors were using this exchange? They're not telling you. So they invited these two Binance executives and are now holding them against their will and not letting them leave. Who should be fighting for them right now? Is this corruption? Put a one or a yes emoji or put a two and a no emoji. Here's the story. Two executives from Binance were being held against their will for the past 2 weeks by Nigerian authorities. They appeared to be detained due to accusations brought against the exchange that they demanded $10 billion from Binance and penalties for that $26 billion in untraceable funds. So apparently they invited the executives to discuss the current dispute. They landed on February 25th, had their first meeting, and after the first meeting with the government, they were taken to their hotels, told to pack their things, and moved to a quote-unquote guest house run by the Nigeria's National Security Agency, according to their families. One of them is the head of financial crime compliance and the U.S. citizen. So, of course, we don't have the U.S. fighting for them. The U.S. should demand them to come back if they're being held against their will. Another senior executive is a Kenya-based regional manager for Africa holding dual citizenships of the UK and Kenya. While they have been visited by a US and UK government official, the meeting was in the presence of Nigerian government guards. And one of them is a former agent of the IRS in their cyber crimes unit. So there was someone that was formerly a part of the US government that's now being held against their will in Nigeria, yet the government, our government, is not demanding they come back, is not demanding they let this person go. So Nigeria is just inviting people, saying that they're going to have a meeting to settle a little dispute over crypto, and they detain these people against their will. Don't you see what happens when you do things that the bigger elites or the governments don't agree with? They physically take you. And they don't let you live because they're so upset about what? Bitcoin, crypto, money that people can use that you can't control. That's what this is all about. You not being able to keep up with the current pace of technology, that you're holding it back by detaining people. How does that work? Why is that okay? Why are more people not fighting for them? Why aren't governments and all these embassies not stepping in to get these detainees? Why doesn't the U.S. government care about their citizen being held captive? Why doesn't the UK care? They just send an official there, and what happened to them? Doesn't make sense. It does not make sense at all. So that gets me very upset. That gets me very upset. And it's just another example of corruption and fiat currency, and how with Bitcoin and crypto, this revolution is getting to a point where people are just going to start disappearing. And I hope they don't disappear. And I really hope that's not the case, but this is what's happening. Van, you said you'd fight for me. Thank you. How do they cash out Bitcoins there in Nigeria? They peer-to-peer trade a lot in Nigeria. That's what's been happening there. All right, guys, Bitcoin is moving up. So let's take a gander here. We might have another pimp. Oh, my gosh. Guys, 73,000. Oh, my gosh. Guys, 73K. Oh, my gosh. We just hit $73,000 Bitcoin. Oh, my gosh. We just hit all-time high. What? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. We just hit $73,000. Holy poop. Holy. Oh my gosh, no way. Guys, we just hit $73,000 Bitcoin. No way. Wow, Bitcoin is not done as she should. Let's go. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I am shook. I am shook. Guys, make sure you guys are smashing the like, subscribing, and sharing the stream out with friends.
So pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Whoa, $73,000 Bitcoin. I'm freaking shook right now.
Thank you.
Just hit all-time
You're welcome.
high.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
25.00000000 Doge.
Well, Maddie Light, thank you for the 25 Dogecoins. Woof woof to you. Let's go. All-time high. Woo!
So pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Oh my gosh, that is so amazing. My heart is so warm. No way, dude. No way, dude. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Guys, make sure you smash the likes and share. This is, wow. No way. This is historical. So let's, guys, because we were saying before, like we had this nice green dot that was printed. Oh, wow. Oh, gee whiz. Oh, gee whiz. Hold on, we got to check out the minute. All right, so we hit that. Oh, poop. Sorry. 1 second. Okay, so we hit this new high. Oh, my gosh. Wow. So we hit that new high. What was that? 73.27 about. And we just took a poop. Now we're at 72K. We dipped to 71.7. So this is typical of Bitcoin, though. Like, and especially we had this resistance here that we were talking about yesterday at 72.2. And then 72.6 as well. Wow. And then really when we got through that 72.6 right here, we had that nice little push. But I want to see if it gets bought up. If you're looking, this volume is pretty ugly right now. Oh, wow. That is ridiculous. Yay, Bitcoin all-time highs. All-time highs on every stream? Flatsmack said this is the 3rd time he's seen a new all-time high watching me live. That was beautiful. Yeah, man, this is the vibe. We go live and the Zest powers Bitcoin. The Zest powers Bitcoin. Wow. We just hit Bitcoin all-time highs on the stream again. Right, carving guy with the 10 roses. Juanito, thank you for the 5 roses. Bitcoin pump, yeah, dude. And again, 72.2, we're back at our resistance. So it really depends on how we can handle it and if we could keep going past it. See, big battle at this level. So I'm just letting you guys know 72.2 is the number. It is the number. You got to watch out for it. Watch out. Yeah, see, it's just kind of, it's fiddling. It's fiddling with the number. Carving, thank you for the rose. I appreciate it. The secret is Emma pushing Bitcoin to all-time high. It's definitely Emma. Guys, can you do me a favor in the chat? Give me an Emma emoji. Give me an Emma emoji in the chat for Bitcoin hitting all-time highs. Give me an Emma emoji, bro. Must be the Randi effect, Dan says. Well, thank you. Someone's like, I'm going to guess that Coinbase crashed again. Guys, please give me a Coinbase update. But yeah, it's 72.2. We closed above it, then rejected it. So 72.2, telling you. Now, since Bitcoin's on the dip, we got to talk about something spicy, dude. Kyle, do I know why Ledger app is always behind on prices? I don't use Ledger. I won't use Ledger. I refuse to use Ledger after the tobaccoles that they've had, and I just don't trust them anymore. So yeah, I don't have anything to do with that. But if there might be somebody else that knows in the chat, Kyle. Shout out to Maddie Light in the chat. Thank you for the super chat before. Okay, so let's talk about the spice. And the spice I came across was Israel. Now, Israel.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh,
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
How is Mrs. Randy doing nowadays? 0.050934443 LTC.
Thank you for the Litecoin. I appreciate it. I'm doing great. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. Here's what the spice is. Now, Israel. Aren't they in the middle of a war going kaplu right now where they should be worrying about their safety of the people? Why do we have their plans for interest-bearing shekel CBDC? So not only is it a regular CBDC, but it's an interest-bearing shekel CBDC. Now, in a March 11th announcement, they outlined that it will be implemented in a two-tier model. They said in the area of privacy, the architecture will allow the central bank as a system administrator to define the types of information required for the operation, control, and monitoring of the system. However, the central bank will not have access to personally identifiable information about end users' balances and transactions. I'm going to tell you right now, that is a cold, hard fib. It's a lie. And you know what? I was like, I'm not going to just sit here and look at an article like a pleb. I'm going to look at the actual outline of what they want to do. And I have some pages that I have highlighted within. Here's the actual thing. So you guys see it. Here you go. We're going to do a scrolly scroll. Now, they have some definitions here, which are standard, so we're going to scroll past that. We're going to scroll past it. First page I want to look at is page number 11. And they say here, again, they're talking about how it's going to be used, payment service providers, and they said, let's zoom in. Communication between system participants in the private sector and the commercial bank. They're saying the communication will be implemented through participants' direct access to the API layer, which is externalized by the central bank from the digital shekel platform. Again, the BIS is always involved. So basically, they're saying financial institutions and people that are receiving will be given the option to directly communicate with the digital shekel platform. And they could initiate a payment instruction from the end user or to support funding and defunding options. So basically, they have to go through many intermediaries. So they have the communication that will be between participants in the system. So when user requests to fund money from their institution to their digital shekel wallet managed by a PSP, they will need to check whether a customer has a sufficient balance. So again, they're trying to match yours to your bank account, basically to their digital shekel platform, and trying to bridge the two, which doesn't really make sense. Again, all these different institutions and all the things you have to go through. They have a few things that are going on here. They have KYC procedures for AML, CFT, CBDC issuance and redemption, which will be in full control by the central bank, which means that you cannot, of course, be in control of your own money. It's like, how will the digital shekels be distributed from the Bank of Israel to its users? It will be carried out directly from the central bank to end users or indirectly. So the central bank will distribute the shekels only to financial institutions who will in turn distribute them to end users. And the issue raises several technological and business questions. Like I said, it's from the central banks directly to an individual, which is what Tom Emmer and the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act warns against, because we cannot have these central bankers that are directly issuing a CBDC from the central bank to you. There is no intermediary there except for them. And then they have, of course, their funding and defunding. Like, look at all, like, central bank issuance and redemption to the end user. Then you have to go to the financial institution and fund it, or the funding institution, financial institution, whichever, and then they communicate with the central bank. Instead of it going directly person to person, you have like 30,000 people in between. And of course, the central bank that can control the issuance and redemption. And the word redemption, I don't even like it, because if you look at the digital yuan, if you look at what's going on here with China, what are they doing there? Their money expires and you redeem your money. And if you don't redeem it or use it in time like a coupon, it expires. So the shekel is on the same wave. Next, what's my next page? This is number 16. So let's go to 22. Hold on, we're going to keep going. And all of this is very important, by the way. If you guys take a look at it, I highly encourage it. Talking about the retail CBDC from the debit card to the user and the banks, and then the retail CBDC going from the bank to the financial institution to the user. Like, this is ridiculous. And they're saying that it's real time. They're saying that it's real time when it's not true. When the financial institution or the funding institution or whatever they're calling it here communicates with the user, that's real time. So user to bank is real time. However, the financial institution to the central bank is periodically. So what they're saying is things are real time when they're really not. So it's all an illusion anyway. On top of them saying that you don't have, like, you have your privacy, that the bank isn't going to look at it. Of course the bank knows what you're doing and who you are if you have this account. And if you have a digital shekel platform, of course they know if they're directly issuing it to you. They know who has it, who doesn't.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kyrgyzstan just smash $85,000.
That's beautiful.
0.051693111 LTC.
And as we're talking about this, like this person is pointing out, that Bitcoin's hitting all-time highs in a bunch of other countries. Thank you for that. Because it's, again, one person to another, not all these institutions, and then you have to wait periodically for all these to really clear. Again, doesn't make sense. We're going to continue going. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I have a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So they're saying here that they have ATMs as well. And what they're basically describing within this document is a crypto ATM. Where you go to a typical ATM now for crypto, you put in your cash and you redeem some Bitcoin. It gets sent directly to your wallet. That's how it works when you go to a Bitcoin ATM. They're trying to figure out an accessible manner, as they say, to get access to the digital shekel. Oh, oopsie, wrong tab. There we go. They have ATMs, so the end user requests through the digital wallet to deposit cash in exchange for the digital shekels. Doesn't that sound familiar? The end user can access any ATM in the country that's connected to the ATM switch that supports cash deposits and deposit cash using a unique PIN that's given to them. And the ATM forwards the necessary details to the central bank in order to complete the transaction. So now, not only are you going to an ATM thinking that you're just getting one currency for another, you're going and talking directly to the central bank. So once again, if they do not like you and they do not like what you're doing, who's to say that they won't just not issue that shekel to you? Definitely they will not if they know who you are. And they're saying that they won't have any information on the end user. Of course they do. If it's directly issued to somebody, you have to go through KYC and all of these things to get your digital shekel account. So again, lies after lie. And they're seeing that ATMs in crypto work, so they're trying to take that again into their CBDC route. More to come. One more thing for you guys, by the way, because again, look at this whole thing. All these intermediaries. So one, the user goes and requests for CBDC and cash exchange. The bank then gives them an approval, so you can't even do it without asking them. You have to get cash from the ATM with a unique PIN. The ATM gets that unique PIN, the institution and the amount. Then the central bank takes that information, gives you the CBDC, and then it issues it. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're telling me that this doesn't make no sense? That these people are just giving you intermediary after intermediary? Not finished. Not finished. I tell you all the time that they're going to try to make you trade your freedom for convenience. Oh, it's going to be so easy just to get your digital shekel. Go to your ATM, put in your cash. We'll give you that digital shekel. So easy. And you know what? It's all... Why? Because, again, it's money that's distributed directly from the central bank, meaning they control it all. Redemption, issuance. Again, the money could expire. Here's the important part that I always warn you guys about, because these CBDCs will never be public. They will always be private. Within our own economic report of the president from 2023, they said that money is value that's issued from a sovereign country and only by the country's central bank. And that's what they consider money. And they said CBDCs are money, crypto is not. Especially because CBDCs do not have the requirement to have distributed ledger technology. Seems like Israel is on the same track. Right here, take a look. Main retail ledger. So they know the difference. They are ready for the difference between retail and the main wholesale ledger. So get ready for this. This is the important part. End user balances are managed for the retail on a basis of a centralized database at the central bank. It should be emphasized that this does not mean distributed ledger technology cannot be employed, whether it is managed by the central bank, but distributed technology among various servers of the central bank or managed by the central bank by distributed technology also belongs to other entities. So basically, they're saying they do not need to have distributed ledger technology within the retail ledger. They're saying they're not planning for it, but it doesn't mean that it can't be employed. For the wholesale plus multiple retail ledgers, they're saying in this model, payment providers manage a retail ledger for their customers, the end users, and the aggregate balance of a certain payment provider's end users is reflected in the wholesale ledger managed by the central bank. But then they said here again, it's possible to use distributed ledger technology. But it's not something that's guaranteed. And they don't want you to have, again, any information that's public. The entire corrupt system will fall apart if there is transparency. That's why they do not want transparency. That's why they build private ledgers. That's why they're building all of these things so that they're in control. The central bank's in control. If they don't like you, they don't like what you're doing, they will make sure that they give a note to every other bank, every other institution, and they will make sure that you do not have the ability to transact and you are then blacklisted from all of these institutions. Don't think that it's private because don't think it's private for you and your information because it's not. Your information is theirs, but the information within the system is theirs too. So you don't get any sort of transparency within this system because they're saying it's just not required and we don't have to do it, which is true. They're the central bank. They get to make up and do whatever they want because who's going to stop them? And that's going to be why we're in crypto, because we are not standing for private ledgers. We're not standing for central bank digital currencies because with Bitcoin, every single transaction is transparent. There's a finite supply and you actually get to own it and transact peer-to-peer 24/7, 365 with no intermediaries. We're not asking for permission to get Bitcoin from somebody else and then distribute it elsewhere. Not like that. And we will not do that. Peer-to-peer, no censorship, transparency, life, liberty, and property. That's what this is about. And that's what they want to take away from you. So I know that was a little bit of a deep dive, but like I said, nobody else is going to report this to you except for this channel. Not one other channel is talking about this. And I get it. It's not easy to talk about. And most people won't just do the deep dive that I did. And I hope that you guys take this and you do, and you go and look at this document, all 41 pages, and you read it. Because it's worth it. And you need to know what's going on. We need to be ahead. That's why we're in crypto. That's why we're in crypto, because we need to be ahead and we need to educate people on what's coming. We're telling people what's coming with the revolution of Bitcoin. We're telling people what's coming with digital revolutions. And the CBDC is a part of that because they're going to try to fight us. And if we don't educate them on both sides of the story, then we're not doing people justice. I'm not going to sit here and talk about, oh, this coin's pumping, do. No, we're going to focus on the real stuff and what we need to learn and fight against so that way the space prospers. And that's it. Deep. Make sure you guys smash the like, share the stream out with friends. I know, again, that was a deep dive, but it's something, again, you really need to know. We have 107 likes. Let's get that 125. Let's get 125. Yes, exactly. Don't trust verify. Don't trust me. Don't trust what I'm saying. I'm reading directly from these documents, and you guys could look at them too because they're all public. So make sure, again, you guys are checking out the channel. You're subscribing. We have a goal of 15,760. So let's get those 8 more subs on the channel. Let's do it. Pimp it up.
Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Bitcoin still hovering at 72K. So we'll continue on our way there. We'll continue on our way. And we're going to talk about our own government. Our own. Because we're messing up big time. Because our government's run by old people. Old that don't know what they're doing. And you know what? The fact is I'm lying because they do. I'm not saying this guy knows anything that he's doing, but I will say that the people that control him or control the team definitely know what they're doing. They know what Bitcoin is. They know what the premise is. They know what we're doing in this space, but they don't want it. And especially where we had in Texas, the EIA and the OMB was coming after Riot platforms and a few other crypto miners. The Texas Blockchain Council came in, fought them, and it basically won the case there where they're trying to take some very, very private information from these crypto miners just to use that information against them. And again, a politically skewed environment where these agencies are supposed to be politically neutral. The president is still not stopping with his crypto mining tax. With the wash sale rule for digital assets in his new budget, he's allocating a lot of money, and they're saying it could generate $10 billion next year. And again, that's what it's all about. They don't care about Bitcoin mining helping this country and boosting our economy. They care about their money. They care about their own pockets. President Joe Biden will once again pitch a wash trading rule, crypto mining tax, and other regulations in his proposed budget for the upcoming year. Taxes that the administration suggests could generate nearly $10 billion in 2025, north of $42 billion over the next decade. The proposed budget for the upcoming fiscal year, released Monday, includes line items for applying wash sale rules to digital assets, information reporting requirements for financial institutions and digital asset brokers, foreign crypto account reporting rules, including crypto and market rules, and an excise tax on mining. The budget saves billions of dollars by closing other tax loopholes and overwhelmingly benefit the rich and the largest, most profitable corporations. This includes the so-called like-kind exchange loophole that lets real estate investors defer tax indefinitely, and all these other things. Wash trading rules, traditional markets aim to stop people from selling an investment for a loss and quickly rebuying it like they've seen in NFTs. They're saying a crypto investor, unlike stocks or bonds, can sell a crypto at a loss, take a substantial tax loss to reduce their tax burden, and then buy back that same crypto the very next day. The budget eliminates this tax subsidy for cryptocurrencies by modernizing the tax code's anti-abuse rules to apply crypto assets just like they apply to stocks and other securities. Sorry to break it to you, honey buns, but crypto is not the same as stocks and bonds. Oh, whoa. The fact that this is a decentralized ecosystem that someone can buy right now, sell, and then get scared and say, oh man, maybe I just want to buy this back because I want it back. And they don't need your permission to do that? Whoa.
Oh my God!
Isn't that a bucket of rice right there? Isn't that craziness? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So again, it's another example of this country being run by old people that are not doing right by the crypto space because, again, these rules do not make sense. And the same rules that apply to the stock market and all of these things cannot apply to crypto when literally in this rule, it just doesn't make sense. It gets me upset. So they're trying to take more money from more people to fit their narrative because they don't like crypto mining, even though it does nothing bad except it makes money for people and it helps the states or whatever city that they're mining in because they can divert their power to the grid. Come on. Like, you already have, when people sell their crypto in general, you're taking a chunk out of that too. Like, come on, man. Like, it's horrible. It's horrible. and you shouldn't even have to pay a tax for selling something. Like, you know, if we went from like the Boston Tea Party, they were mad about the little taxes they had. Now we get taxes just for like breathing and buying a water bottle. Like, it's ridiculous to the point we're at now. And we need another revolution around here. And this is what we're about in this digital revolution, peacefully letting them know that we could transact and do what we want to do peer-to-peer without you. And especially something like Bitcoin, where you're able to generate revenue for yourself by using your natural resources of power and whatnot. Please stop it. Please stop. And the reason why, again, they're doing this is because they care about their own pockets. They care about the money. And especially because what's happening with miners right now? Bitcoin mining revenue is at all-time high because of the price surge. This is what it's all about. They're mad that these people are making bank. Right, Royal Vivek family? Right, Ronell? Mining revenue for Bitcoin hit all-time high over the weekend as the value of the largest cryptocurrency continued to rise. The 7-day moving average of miner earnings hit $68.28 million on March 9th, surpassing the previous all-time high of $67.15 million in May of 2021. The revenue rose further to $68.35 million on Sunday. You see, the price rose over 230% from the value a year ago, and miners have been scurrying to profit off of the latest bull run, with 13 major Bitcoin mining companies ordering over $1 billion worth of mining rigs since February. So shout out to my miners for making that thing. I love my miners. Please put the Bitcoin mining emoji in the chat. Can I see my Bitcoin mining emoji in the chat? I love that emoji. Love that emoji. Lazarus, great point. President Bukele said, why pay taxes when they can just print more money? Like, it just doesn't make sense. They're robbing you. It's like, it's a literal scam. But, you know, IRS don't come for me. But, like, you know, it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. If they could print more money, why do they need yours? Because they want you to stay poor. They don't want you to make money. And if you make money, they want a chunk of it. That's all they care about is their own money. That's it. Oh, poop. Shout out to Jay Beezy in the chat. It's his birthday.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Will there be an autograph session with you at the Litecoin Summit?
Mr. Teen Crypto is back.
0.05152838 LTC.
I don't know about that, but you could request it. Comment on their Twitter if that's something you want. But I'll be there, and if you have something, then I will take care of it for you, for sure. I'll do a little signy sign if that's really what you want, which I'm honored to do. But thank you. Shout out to Jay Beezy. Happy birthday! Everyone, give a little happy birthday. Give a happy birthday to our friend. Give him a little SpongeBob emoji. Give him a little SpongeBob emoji. Jay Beezy. Shout out to Jay Beezy in the chat. Lee, vote Randy for Miss Litecoin 2024. I'll take that. Thank you. What do I use for cold storage? I suggest Cool Wallet. Big fan of Cool Wallet. Big fan of Ballet as well. So those are my main squeezes right there. Those are my main squeezes. Nick said, sup, shorty. I know I'm short, okay, Nick? Okay? I know I'm short. You should go you should go into GeoShoot and be like, hey, shorty, see what he says. That would be really funny. I would be there for that. I would be in chat for that one. What's up, Nick? It's nice to see you. Hope you're pamping those push-ups, man. Hope you're pamping those push-ups. Now I'm going to keep going with our own government and the little silly mistakes that they keep on making here, because the FDIC, they're all over the place. They don't know what they're doing, especially the FDIC. It's an illusion. Oh my gosh, if my bank collapses, I'm going to get $250K back because of my FDIC. Where? No, you will not.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the read on Israel CBDCs and what is not real. Sparkling Heart.
M2, you just blessed me with 0.2 Litecoin, and I thank you for that. And thank you for tuning in and appreciating the work. M2, you're the best. Mwah. Mwah to M2. Now, the FDIC, like I said, even M2 would agree, the FDIC doesn't know what they're talking about in this place, not once. And especially because it's all a ruse. Right, Ronell? Thank you. It's all a ruse. Where they're saying if your bank collapses, you get $250K from FDIC insurance, when even Janet Yellen, with her finance and finance, said herself that there has to be a near unanimous decision by them and her people and a presidential signature for your bank to get the FDIC insurance and your money back to be covered, which, again, it's a Band-Aid. There's no guarantee there. The FDIC officials are urging better digital asset policies to maintain the influence in the U.S. because even maybe they're seeing themselves that the U.S. has to stop acting like an old man and step up to its youth. Bank customers and the U.S. economy could lose opportunities if a poor approach is taken regulating blockchain tech. This comes from FDIC Vice Chair Travis Hill. He told an audience,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
oh gosh, Mr. Teen Crypto.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you planning to write a book about Bitcoin in the future? MTC, the queen of Litecoin,
Mr. Teen Crypto, I
0.051603590TC.
can't with you. I don't know. Do you guys think I should write a book? Put a 1 or a yes emoji or a 2 and a no emoji. Let me know. Tokenization of bank deposits and other real-world assets could make it possible to carry out financial transactions at any time with real-world settlements. In addition, it would provide programmability of payments, making it possible for conduct intraday repurchase exchanges and improve settlement times for bond issuances and numerous other transactions. He said, global standards are being established directly or indirectly, and with many non-U.S. jurisdictions actively engaged in this area, the U.S. risks ceding influence at this critical stage. And then he was looking at institutions, saying institutions have spent months responding to a long stream of information requests, diverting attention away from developing new tech and systems. The message being heard by the vast majority of the industry could be interpreted as don't bother trying, especially when they have SAB 121 from the SEC saying that they're basically trading crypto differently, that a bank can't really custody crypto unless they put it on their balance sheet, which again, if you're holding customers' crypto, it does not count as your capital. So none of it makes sense. Not one regulation or any rule put out by the SEC or any of these organizations have made any sort of headway in the US because they don't make sense. And there isn't even a definition in this country as to what a digital asset even is. So how do you regulate a space where you're not even defining it at all? At all. And then they talk about real-world assets and tokenization. Why aren't they mentioning in this article that JP Morgan has JPM coin in their deposit tokens? Same with Citibank. The JP Morgan did this whole tokenization thing with BlackRock and Barclays. Not one mention. So there is tokenization in the US of bank deposits already happening, except that the SEC doesn't regulate it. The FDIC seems to have a blind eye that they don't even see it. It's like someone just doing a dance right in front of you and you're not even acknowledging them. There's tokenization happening. Why isn't it spoken about? They're acting as if it's not happening right now until it is, until they're done, until they know exactly what they want to do. And then they're going to say, we already have the solution. It's here. Yippee. Guys, don't you see what's happening? We know tokenization's already here. Banks are experimenting with it, except they just don't speak about it because it doesn't benefit them to speak about it yet. The truth is here, and I will tell you. And that's the truth. These people are completely delulu, and they're developing things that they're saying that they're not ready for yet. It's already here. Ronell, Randi Hipper presents Randy Rants. It's true. It's the Randy Rants. You can't do anything about it. Can't do anything about it. But listen, it's what the truth is. I'm not saying anything that's crazy. And, you could call it whatever you want, but facts are facts. And if you don't go looking for the facts and if you don't acknowledging them, then you won't proceed with your life. It's that simple. Especially where you had the US SEC, another agency, which is full of such amazing people like Gary Gensler.
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
where they're in a beef with Coinbase, saying that they're an unregistered securities broker. They didn't like a lot of the things that Coinbase was doing, even though Coinbase is fully compliant, has their IPO, which the SEC had to approve them for said IPO so that they could have a stock on the exchange. Guys, Coinbase is partnered with BlackRock and is a partner with all of these other ETFs to custody their Bitcoin and be a part of it. So for me, I just don't understand how this case is even going on, except the fact that it's theater, except the fact that Coinbase is not really in such deep sheesh with the SEC. And this is just something to keep delaying the inevitable, which is crypto regulation. Within this case, Coinbase is asking the SEC, can you define what you are coming after us for? The SEC is refusing to do so.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hash Emma4 Prez 0.0515817 LTC.
Emma, would you run for prez? So here's the recent thing where Coinbase is accusing the SEC of breaking the law by rejecting crypto rulemaking. This is, again, theater, delaying the inevitable. These are all paid actors. Coinbase has accused the SEC of ignoring the law when it rebuffed the company's formal petition for crypto rules. Lawyers for Coinbase are arguing that the SEC has acted arbitrarily and capriciously when it claims authority over crypto assets while declining to write new regulations on how these assets could be traded. Instead, the agency has steered its oversight of digital assets through enforcement actions. And again, it's always in a lawsuit. The only reason, I say it again, that we have the Bitcoin ETF is because the judge ruled in the Grayscale case that they had to issue it and there was no reason why they declined it. So again, it's the judges and the court cases that are making regulations in this country instead of the actual regulators. Gary Gensler made a statement on how his agency rejected the Coinbase petition and argued that they've been working on crypto rules, even if they're not the rules the industry wants, and that, quote, it's important to maintain commission discretion in setting its own rulemaking priorities. Coinbase chief legal officer put a thread on X saying, today, Coinbase filed our opening brief in the Third Circuit challenging the SEC's denial of our rulemaking decision. If you go back and read the SEC's perfunctory denial, you'll be hard-pressed to find an actual reason for the inaction. Despite the dozens of legitimate concerns we raised in our petition, including the question of SEC's authority over the digital asset space, for years, the SEC acknowledged the limits of its authority and asked Congress to give it additional authority to regulate the industry. And then practically overnight, they decreed that it already had the authority and began waging an expansive, major regulatory by enforcement regime against the industry, where interpretation of the law continues to shift week by week. And even if they believe they can lawfully assert new authority, which it can't, it must explain why in a rulemaking process and give the public a chance to understand and challenge the view, which hasn't happened, and yet it's what the law requires. So shout out to Paul from Coinbase for absolutely wrecking and roasting Gary Gensler there, saying, yeah, man, you're not giving us the rules. How can you regulate without telling us what you want to do there? They can't do it. Especially when we have the whole thing of Congress. Oh, checks and balances. There is no checks and balances in this country because these politicians are unelected bureaucrats that decide to do whatever they want, and we just have to deal with it, which is what we're trying to fight against. And I hope that this theater continues and goes in our favor at least, because at the end of the day, Coinbase is a business. That's what they're about, is about their money, is about their pockets. So really, they're fighting this case because if they win and all of these things happen where all of these things happen and people are able to trade crypto the way they want on Coinbase. Coinbase is the one that makes the bank. So they want for their own pockets to win because they could get a lot more business if they do. So there's a hand-in-hand thing there, but we do need some regulation or some sort of clarity if they want to come after people in America, especially about all these companies, including Binance, Library, and many others that lost millions of dollars paying fines to these people for being an unregistered securities broker when there's no way to even register as one, and there's no definition of a digital asset, which means that really these people shouldn't have been held accountable for something they couldn't control or do wrong in the first place. If they were operating, especially Kraken, for years, and the SEC did nothing for years, and then they just decide to come after them and say you're doing bad, even though we didn't tell you years ago you were doing bad, then how could you really hold them accountable? it doesn't, again, math doesn't math. Ooh, my buddy fell out my ear. Oh, I need a bing bong. Give me a bing bong.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. Next, we're going to talk about something that's spicy too. Oh my gosh, we're already at an hour. That's ridiculous. Okay. We have a few more things that I want to talk about, which is MasterCard and MetaMask. They're going to testing their first blockchain-powered payment card. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I do not trust MetaMask with the little nail polish on my nail. I do not trust them. Why? Because MetaMask and their parent company, Consensus, has been talking to MasterCard, Visa, and all these other people for years because they are not really for you. MetaMask wants you to end up giving your keys to everybody else so for the sake of account abstraction, so they could approve your transactions for you, so that if you lose your private keys, that they can recover your account. No, we do not want that because it leads you into social credit scores. It leads you into complete tyranny and not having any sort of digital identity or control over your money. With MasterCard, here's the new thing that they're putting out, which I'm not happy about, and it's a complete trap, and it even says it, what I've been saying the whole time, that this is a lead up with MasterCard and MetaMask, Consensus overall, to give you universal basic income, social credit scores, and CBDCs. So this sounds, oh, so bullish, but it's not, and it's a trap. Listen. MetaMask. Again, Consensus is the parent and development company. They're having an entirely on-chain payment card running on MasterCard's network issued by banks, according to the promo materials and testing platform seen on CoinDesk. It would unite the two giants, with MetaMask having more than 30 million monthly active users. They're going to provide key plumbing in the conventional financial system through its credit and debit card networking spanning the globe. MetaMask and MasterCard payment card would be the first ever truly decentralized Web3 payment solution, which it's not, you'll see why, allowing users to spend their crypto on everyday purchases everywhere cards are accepted. MasterCard and Visa have been rivaling quietly, courting public blockchain developer communities and self-custody wallet providers as of late. Guys, of course, I don't know why they're not including it here, that Visa has been working with Consensus for a long time. Literally, we've been covering this few articles from Visa from literally 2 years ago almost, talking about account abstraction and how they're working with Consensus for this account abstraction. So Visa and MasterCard, they're saying that Visa and MasterCard are such rivals, but they work with the same people for the same exact thing. When contacted by CoinDesk, a MasterCard representative pointed out the firm's statement from October, saying that MasterCard is bringing its trusted and transparent approach to the digital asset space through a range of innovative products and solutions, including the MasterCard Multi-Token Network, Crypto Credentials, CBDC Partner Program, and new card programs that connect Web 2 and Web 3, which isn't really connecting anything to nothing. It's still Web 2 because you're still having the same people in control of your stuff when you're not in control of your own crypto once you give your private keys to anybody. So I'm just letting you know that this is a trap, so they could trap you into CBDCs and UBI, because the whole breaking story is that we covered it already a year ago almost, where MasterCard is teaming up with the Reserve Bank of Australia, their central bank, and literally making a whole CBDC pilot. So don't tell me nothing. I know that Consensus MetaMask is no good. MasterCard is no good. Visa's no good. And they're rivals, yet they're doing the same exact thing with the same people. Hope everyone's digesting that. It's all the same team. It's all an illusion. It's all theater. It's all the same actors with the same goal in mind, which is to take over your life. So that's your breaking news right there. So frustrating. So frustrating. Now, of course, we have some news with the Bitcoin ETFs. I'm going to hop off that spicy train for a little while. And we got Van Eck that is cutting their Bitcoin ETF fees to zero after lagging in assets. We know these ETFs are coming in with mad bread. Like these ETFs have a lot of money, billions of dollars flowing in, and Van Eck cut their fees. So we obviously know the competition is bright and bushy-tailed over there. Wanted to shout that out too. As we go in to the market recap, we need a sound check. I need a sip of coffee.
The sound check, baby, it's a sound check.
wrong.
Cool. Oh, I need to get that coffee. It's like it flows. It flows. Ronell, now that's the truth. It's true, bro. It's true. Hi, Alexander. I know you're chilling in there. All right. So let's get into the market recap. Market recap. Baby, it's a recap. I'm gonna check these bubbles. Why don't you check yours too? On the day, we are doing quite okay. We're chilling. It's all right. It's not nothing ridiculous, you know? So we're gonna hop over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, again, sitting under the 72.2 resistance from yesterday that we were talking about since we initially crossed it. And we were even talking about, again, how we wanted to get past this 72.3, and then 72.6 was a big resistance as well. But yeah, so I'm very excited about what's going on with Bitcoin. We could look at the daily chart for now. Boop, 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 boop. Bitcoin is killing the game. $71,800 hit that high of 73K as we were on stream earlier. And El Salvador, man, what a savage. Love Nayib Bukele. He's young, he's vibrant, and he knows what's up, especially because he's sitting on a lawfully cushy pillow of $84 million profit from their Bitcoin holdings because they kept buying and buying and buying. El Salvador's treasury is sitting on $84 million of unrealized profit and holding its Bitcoin that it started acquiring in 2021. Their 250% rise with Bitcoin over the past year capitulated the Central American nation's Bitcoin treasury of over $206 million as of Tuesday, a 69% gain on initial capital so far. In 2021, El Salvador made the historic Bitcoin law to make it legal tender. And of course, Nayib Bukele is showing off the zest with their profit, revenue, mining, and their government services, all from Bitcoin. And especially because their tourism has boomed in the country and the safety is doing great. Nayib Bukele really cleaned things up, and he's really making sure that the country can survive and set itself up to become possibly one of the most powerful countries in the world because of how early they are with Bitcoin. Scary early. And I'm very happy for them. I hope to go to El Salvador. I would love to go to Bitcoin Beach one day. So as we're looking at Bitcoin, really the only significant point we could talk about is the all-time high from 2021, which was just a smidge over 69K. We have a green dot. VWAP, I would like to see more zest, but we could see a cool-off day from Bitcoin, which is perfectly fine, or we keep running. Again, we don't have that crystal ball. We don't really know. And we're looking at ETH, too. That was over $4,000, pushed our wick high, which was like $4,091. Still looking at this 39.50, hoping to hold support there. And we're in the golden zone, primed for all-time highs for Ethereum. Our next major level we're looking at is 41.70, just about. There is a red dot that's still printed on Market Cipher, hoping that picks up. Money flow's okay. The VWAP, man, I want the VWAP to shoot for the stars, but we're going to see what happens there. Again, it's due for a cool-off. We're severely overbought with the RSI, so I'm going to see if it maybe reaches that overbought line once again. And we have some reports here that ETH demand is signaling weakness after the 4K breakout. Let me get rid of that. Ether's 1 month call put skew, an options market measure of sentiment, has turned to negative, hinting at price relative richness of puts or options put to protect against bearish price trends. The 60-day gauge has also flipped in favor of put options, while the 90-day and 180-day metrics remain positive. So we could see a slowdown with ETH, but again, this run-up has been absolutely insane, up basically 60% in the past month. We could look at Litecoin. Litecoin, the freaking right coin everybody loves. Litecoin. I love Litecoin. I freaking love Litecoin. It's the right coin, man, and everyone's going to realize it one day or another. But we do have $84 tickets. So for less than the price of one Litecoin, $84, that's all you need to get into Litecoin Summit, July 24th to the 25th in Nashville, Tennessee. Yeehaw! And we have Litecoin that was booming yesterday. Had a really nice day yesterday. From open to close, we had 18.5% in the green. Retracing a little bit today. Had a wick high of 105.67. Closed the day at 103, which is pretty bullish because our resistance was 102.98. We saw that fly. It was holding 105 for a majority of the day. And we're still tinkering around $97. Ideally, I would like to stay at 97, close above it. Our major resistance, guys, from July of 2023 is at that 113 and that wick high of 115. So those are the levels I'm watching for. We have a VWAP that's above the zero line. Wish it was a little bit more confident, but we have the RSI doing pretty well, and that green dot that was printed a day or two ago, that's still playing out. So great to see Litecoin making moves, man. Well deserved. Well deserved. We even have Dogecoin too. That's 0.169 cents, just a smidge over under 17. Those are words. Those are numbers. Those are English words. Yeah, sure. Souls King, thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. All right, so just a hair under 17 cents, 16-cent Dogecoin, kind of just hanging here. Looking at that 19 cents, would like to challenge that one day or another, but still same levels apply, looking at that 14. And everything is just kind of giving sideways energy on Doge. But overall, we're doing really well. Everything's doing really well. And I'm just so excited. I'm excited and bullish on the space. See how many subscribers we have. Ooh! Ooh! 15,758. 2 more subscribers until our goal. Come on, guys. Why don't you like?
Why don't you like?
And subscribe and share this video with someone you think might like it too, 'cause we're going to the gym. All right, I want to say hi to people in the chat, and also make sure you guys are smashing the likes, man. Smash those likes. We have 147 likes. Let's get 3 more. Let's get the 150. I know we can do it. We're just chilling, man. We're just chilling. Yeah, so make sure you guys are popping out to the Litecoin Summit, checking out our lovely sponsors, because I love our sponsors so freaking much. Tyler, love my new clips. Thank you. I appreciate it. I post a lot of shorts and stuff. Black Hat, what's up, dude? Oh, hello, Brandon. Hola. Crypto farmers are just like a Disney princess. Thank you. I hope you guys like the outfit today. This is new. It's a vibe though, because green. I don't have my green screen anymore, so I wanted to get something that was green just to be a rebel and wear something that was green, because I can now. And it has pockets. Very beautiful pockets. Literally big pockets. Big pockets. Nice stuff. Very flowy, very, very dressy. Woohoo. I love it, man. I love it. Paper Plane said that coffee's hitting this morning. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Ronell. Thank you for the hand hearts, Ronell. Shout out to Ronell. Woo, 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 woo. Hi, Dave P. Ninja in the chat. Hello, everybody. You guys are beautiful people. Mr. Strap, Lazarus, everybody. Hello. Hello. Guys, this is a beautiful chat. Absolutely beautiful. Right, Chad? And Jared said, gotta love the pockets. Yeah, we gotta love pockets. Listen, we need to be able, especially if you're walking around, you need to be able to, have your phone, put the phone in the pocket. It's good for the phone. You don't even see it. You literally don't even see the phone in there. I could put a water in there on the other side. Hold on. Look. You barely even see it. It looks like I have something going on here, but you could barely see it. It looks great. So yeah, if I could fit a whole, 17-ounce water bottle in there, I think we're chilling. But yeah, I love that. We love pockets. We love pockets for stuff and things. Exactly, Jared, for stuff and things. That's what's important, the stuff and the things. But yeah, guys, we have so many good things going on here, for real. Do we have that too? Oh, we do. We hit that 150 likes. Let's go. Pump it up. We've got to pamp it up. Pamp it up. Pamp it up. Let's see. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I know today was a lot of heavy information and stuff, but I think it's so necessary to share because, again, nobody's going to give you this information. Not one will give you this information and just deep dive it with you, which I think, again, is the most important thing, is being able to deep dive and being able to just give that information that we're talking about Bitcoin and crypto, but why are we so passionate about the space? And I think going into things like Israel and the CBDCs, where they're in the middle of war, right? They're supposed to be worrying if their people are going to get killed, yet their whole mind is on CBDCs and control. So you understand where the governments are coming from, but you're also understand where we're coming from in crypto as to why we want to be a part of this revolution, because it is a revolution and it's a peaceful one at that. So shout out to JBZ. Happy birthday to you again. Oh, sorry. Happy birthday.
You got to pump it up.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Again, if you enjoyed the show, if you enjoyed all the zest and the education, make sure you guys smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and share the stream out with friends. We're going to get after it. I will be back tomorrow at 9:45 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, as always. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. And if things go crazy with Bitcoin, you know I'll be back. So have an amazing day. Smash the like, subscribe, share this video. And as always, flow. Flow. And stay zesty. Peace.